What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be discussing the auction house in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, what it's like, what's the percent of the tax, and what does this statement truly mean? As we dive into it, guys, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 130,000 subscribers. Really do appreciate all the recent support. And for the most MyTEAM content on YouTube, it's right here. So you're in the right place. Now, one thing I do want you guys to know, in 14 hours, 42 minutes, and 45 seconds, I'll be playing the game. Be able to start actually going on to the game and showing you guys some different things. So, super excited for that. Shout out to CarlosStory for this video and giving us this screenshot that we can go over and cover today. So, let's start with this. Talk about the fairness statement. Says fair, and it takes basically 4 hours to unlock the auction house. So realize tomorrow, when everybody gets the game, it's gonna be a while before people get the auction house. So if you pull a really good card, I wouldn't put them up right away. I'd wait a little bit, let people get the auction house, and then maybe put it up. But this says you've unlocked the ability to use the auction house. 2K closely monitors all transactions and behavior detrimental to the health of the game mode, and it will not be tolerated. All transactions will be held in escrow. For screening, okay. What does that even mean? What does held in escrow definition? I gotta look this up because this is interesting. Held in escrow means that a neutral third party is temporarily holding it until certain conditions are met. Seems interesting. I'd rather have it this way than the other way, but 2K, you can't overdo it. Somebody puts a bunch of Hall of Fame badges on a card, it's going to sell for higher. If somebody just, bids more for a card, it's just going to be the way it is. Yes, it needs to be fair. I agree. We don't want people buying MT, stuff like that. But this cannot be overdone. So, I like this, that 2K, I honestly like the fact that 2K came out and says this so that people don't buy MT or don't even risk it. But, again, I just hope that they don't just overdo it because that's really what I'm kind of worried about. So, obviously, don't buy MT. Obviously, you can. They said you can still snipe on the auction house. So that's where I'm at. It's like, if you snipe a card for cheap, like, are they just gonna let it happen? I don't know. It is super interesting. You guys can see the auction house looks pretty good. You can search by whatever you want to search by. You can exclude, collected cards. All these things look fine. They look good. It also does say that it is a 10% tax. So, that's, again, I don't know if Carlos shows this in his video or not, but it is a 10% tax, which does mean, anything you do buy or sell is a 10% tax as well. So, just, again, something to kind of keep in the back of your mind. That's way better than the 50%. If you guys remember, it was basically like 50-60% last year. So, again, way better than that. Here you guys can see a screenshot of Tyrese Halliburton. No matter what you put him up for, a 10% 2K transaction fee will be deducted if this card is sold. That's just, honestly, guys, I know a lot of people don't like that. That's how business works, guys. You buy, look, I want to go to a football game this weekend. StubHub's going to take a fee. SeatGeek's going to take a fee. It's just how this game works. Any video game takes a fee, no matter what game you do play. So, obviously, that's going to happen. But at least it's 10% instead of the 60% we played last year. So, that's the, positive side of things is, yes, there is a fee, but it is super, super small, which I do like because I was kind of worried that they were going to try to maybe limit things a little bit more. For me, though, it is what it is. I really don't mind that 10% fee at all. It is something that's been in 2K for a long time, and I'm not going to complain about because it's literally in each and every specific game mode. It'll be interesting, though, just to see, like, right away, as people are unlocking the auction house, it takes about 4 hours to do, how many, what people are go for, what people, you can sell people for, what you can buy people for. It'll just be super interesting to kind of keep tabs on that, keep an eye on that as we do load into the game. So that's kind of what we know about the auction house. It takes about 4 hours to unlock, give or take a little bit. Everything's held in escrow, which I don't even know if I like. Like, if you buy a good player that you want to use, how long is it going to take to get that player? Or do they go through, and then if they're reviewed, then you have to undo it? But that wouldn't make sense either. I don't know. I don't know. I guess this is just kind of going to be a trial and error process. I don't necessarily think that they're going to do this well. We'll see. Again, I'm glad that they give this statement to us. But at the end of the day, they can't overdo it because a lot of people work the auction house. A lot of people buy cards for a low, sell them for higher. Again, if it's an obvious MT buying situation, 2K needs to do what they need to do because I do want that to be kind of monitored for the wellness of the mode. But I think it could, be overdone a little bit. 10% transaction fee. I was honestly worried it would be a little higher, so I don't really mind that at all. It's what we know about the auction house. For me, it's not really to me super bad that there's a 10% fee. I feel like that's what it always is. And again, you can still snipe easily with that 10% fee. You buy a card for 3,000, sell them for 4,000, boom, you're making 500-600 profit off that card. And again, that's just standard. That's standard for no matter what you do. Heck, what is your sales tax in your state? Probably close to 10%. So I'm not gonna sit here and hate on 2K for that either, just because that has been in the game for a very, very long time, and it is in all Ultimate Team modes. I don't know. For me, I guess I'm more worried about the statement that 2K gave. And the other thing I'm worried about is it looks like the most you can list a card for is 100,000 coins. That's a little bit scary as well because for me, you can't put anything up for higher than 100,000 coins. Which again, that's just a little scary to me because in other Ultimate Team modes, you can put buy it now prices up for higher. And on the flip side of things, just kind of be careful with no matter what you're doing. It really kind of bugs me. Like if somebody wants to get your account banned, they really can. Like if you put up a Halliburton for 100K and he says for $1 million, like, are you gonna get banned? I don't know. I just feel like this auction house could be a huge problem. And again, I feel like as long as you do things good and well, you'll be fine. But it just seems like you have to walk on eggshells. And instead of just playing the game for fun, you have to be so worried about not getting banned. And I'm telling you, there's going to be wrongful bans out there. But if all I'm going to say is this. If you buy MT and you come to me complaining and then make me look like a fool, I'm going to get mad. But I'll vouch for you guys because, again, I do not trust 2K after, 2 years ago, they wrongfully banned so many different people, including myself. And so, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I hope they get this right. But again, I'm not super optimistic. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Max buyout, 100,000 coins. The 10% tax is back in the game. And yeah, you are warned by 2K so many different times. Don't risk it. Don't risk it, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.